here, guys. First of all, I'm just awful proud of our entire football team. We talked about, the next man up, as you guys know. And our guys played next man up football today. You talk about Nate Yarnell. I can start on the trip down here. I can talk about the horseshit police escort that we had down here. It was embarrassing. I can talk about the bottles they threw. They're not happy with the fans, throwing bottles at our kids. I felt like I was down in Morgantown, I guess. I don't know. That's what we thought only happened in Morgantown in the rivalry game. But throwing stuff to our kids was classless move. But let's go back to the positive stuff. And what a special day for him. He led the guys in the fight song. Couldn't be more proud of the performance he put out there. Does it surprise me? No. I've seen that guy for a year and a half on scout team. I mean, you look at a guy that hadn't been through spring ball, was a fourth spring quarterback coming into this game, and he is cool as a cucumber. I mean, you just talk about just relaxed. He's in the hotel this morning playing, I don't know, Beethoven or something. I mean, I was like, whoa, who is that? And it's Nate Yarnell. I mean, just relaxed, like he'd been there before. It's just, great to see him. Just happy for him, and we probably could have thrown it more with him. We weren't afraid to. We really just wanted to pound at him because we knew they couldn't run the football or couldn't stop the run as much as they blitzed. We knew we popped some, and our offensive line did a heck of a job. Our fullbacks, our running backs, but then defensively 3 turnovers. Excellent performance. So again, that's Pitt football. Pitt tough. Find a way to get it done. That's what we did.
At what point did you notice Nate was getting comfortable and settled in, and he was starting to look like Nate Yarnell out there?
I felt it all week. I mean, like I said, he had a battle, Derek out there to get the start. On Tuesday it was like, who's better? And it's like, okay, Derek's better. On Wednesday it was like, Yarnell's better. Half the staff was Yarnell, half Green, and then by Thursday it was like, Yarnell's the guy. I mean, did it in practice, and that's no disrespect to Connor. It's just he's so calm in the huddle, I thought he looked comfortable out there the whole time. I don't think he was nervous, not one bit, not even close, which was shocking because I was damn nervous.
Pat, when did you tell Nate that he was starting, and what was his reaction to that news?
We told the team on, I guess Thursday after our walkthrough. Friday after our walkthrough, we told them. Coach Signetti may have told them Thursday night or something like that. But Friday, I told the team because I wanted to be prepared. And actually, last Sunday night, I told the whole team. I said, listen, we made a mistake one time when I was in Cincinnati, and Gino Narduzzi got hurt starting quarterback. And you learn as a coach like what not to do. And we thought Gino Narduzzi was going to play the entire week. Then he came out there and threw the ball about 3 yards and fell out of his hand. He couldn't play. It wasn't a good day. And I just said, our team was deflated. I said, I'm going to prepare our guys early that, hey, Slovis is not going to play, and someone else is going to play. We're going to play with a 3rd or 4th string quarterback, and so we knew early in the week. I prepared them mentally just to know that, hey, this is what don't be surprised on Saturday. I wanted our guys to prepare, in every respect, to make sure we stepped up and did our best efforts, for Nate and make sure his job was easy.
You knew all week that Keaton wasn't going to play then?
You know what? I can't say I knew all week, but I didn't want to play Keaton. He was cleared to play. He was cleared to play, but I didn't want to play him. I just felt like, we need to find a way to go, on the road and find out, what Yarnell did. And again, he could have played. He's out there going through warm-ups. He could have played, but I just wasn't going to do it. I didn't think it was fair. And he practiced during the week.
Fair to who?
Fair to him. I just didn't know if he was 100% right. I just didn't, if he takes one hit and then we lose him for the next 2 weeks, I just didn't think I wasn't being 100%. And maybe he was 98%, but I didn't want to take any chances. And I wanted to go find out what our football team had on the road against a team that, we got a little revenge. Okay, I always say payback. My dad said a long time ago, payback's a bitch, and payback's a bitch. Sorry, EJ.
You were missing a lot of guys tonight.
There was a lot of guys. There was a lot of guys, yeah. And then we continue to lose a lot of guys. They call targeting on the field. It goes up to the box, and it comes down, and just like one thing after another. That's what we're trying to take out of the game. Launching and head down and targeting, and then they wave it off. It doesn't make any sense, but just coaching football.
You mentioned the defense's effort. You mentioned payback. How big is this for them to hold them to under 200 yards total offense after what they did to you guys last year?
It's big. They had a lot of tendencies. We kind of knew what they were going to do or try to do, and it was not the first time we played them. So they had a lot of tendencies, and we thought we could crush them on defense, and we did.
Tell us about Eric's play. A couple big interceptions, obviously, and he was kind of everywhere making plays for you tonight.
Yeah, Eric Howell's a football player. Go all the way back to last season, and he's a football player. That was a great one in the end zone. took really 7 points off the board for them as a turning point. But the biggest one was Marquez Williams on that pick six. I mean, that was another big time play. And that's what great defense do. They find a way to make plays. And even if you look at the 6 points they had the first half, those were both gimmies off of a guy getting locked into a punt returner. We went 3 and out on defense and they kicked the field goal because they had the ball right there. And then the other drive I think was a pass interference call, and they had one little run on us, but they didn't really do much at all.
Did a game like this say something about your depth and your recruiting over the past few years?
I think so. I mean, when you look at guys out there, I mean, I think Kai Johnson was out there at the end playing football, and some guy. I mean, I think we got some good football players. And obviously, you like to have your starters out there, but you find a way to get it done one way or another. Just find a way. And that's what our kids did.
That's the 4th defensive touchdown for you guys in your last 5 games. Can you just talk about the value that really provides, especially in a situation like this, where you have a 3rd-string quarterback?
4th-string quarterback.
4th-string quarterback.
There's a 4th-string going into the week. So understand this, Nate Peterman, guys, 4th-string quarterback. He was running scout cards. He was Hendon Hooker a week ago. He's reading cards. He hasn't been in an offense. Okay. He hasn't been really over there paying attention to it. He will be now, right? I mean, he's going to be over there. We lost a great scout team quarterback. I've seen him do this for 2 years, all last season when he was healthy, and I saw him. I mean, our defense misses when he's not there because he's a football player and he makes plays with his feet. He can throw it. He drives his nuts on defense because he's a football player, and that's what he is.
He didn't get many snaps in practice last year, did he?
None. 0. I mean, he was a scout team quarterback, and he hasn't had a snap since, probably, with our offense, maybe the 3rd week of fall camp. I mean, really the last week and a half, 2 weeks, we're getting ready for West Virginia. He was running scout cards since then.
You put Jake at center. Talk to us about the decision to put him there, and you put Blake in right guard.
Yeah, it was just, the combination that Coach Mobley liked, and again, they did a great job. I mean, Jake played center before, so we knew that'd be easy. They had a lot of faith and trust in Blake Sabovic. He did an outstanding job. And I tell you, the guy that might be the unsung hero, okay, is Ryan Jacoby. And again, we'll wait and see. We always vote on that, but I just saw that guy was pancaking people. And he was wearing number 84 tonight. If you didn't know who that was, Jerry 84, then 61. We put a tight end jersey on today, and he was plowing people. He was impressive.
When did you make the call to put Jake at center?
Sunday.
Okay.
You talk about, your offensive line talks about the standard that it holds itself to. Do you feel that standard was met today?
It was. I mean, I don't know how many rushes we have. I haven't seen his stats.
52.
We'll probably get them tomorrow. They did a heck of a job.
Back-to-back big games from Israel now. How has he grown from that week 1 game against West Virginia until now? Israel, Abanikanda.
Okay. He's grown. I mean, he's been Izzy. He's a starting tailback. He's a special player. He was pop 1. I mean, he's just running hard. Now, let me just tell you, they're blitzing probably 70% of the time, which I told you guys Thursday afternoon that we expected a bunch of blitzes, and that's exactly what we saw. But the offense did a great job, amazing job really blocking movement. And, I was proud of those guys. But, Sebo came in. You guys saw Sebo run a little bit. That one run he did all by himself. I mean, he was just kept going. He is a hard, strong, a balanced runner. I was happy to see him. And Vince had some great runs, too. So we had 3 tailbacks out there that did a nice job there just keeping them fresh.
I would say 2 more. Jerry, you got 1.
Did you anticipate a 52-12 ratio running pass tonight?
Yes and no. I mean, we felt like we could throw it more with Nate. But even in that last drive, it was 7:32 on the clock. Our goal was to just eat the clock up and just run it down the throat, and that's what we did.
That trick play Western ran, was that shown on tape at all, or was that a disguise?
It wasn't shown on tape, and we did press it. We were playing off, and MJ jumped it. He saw the bubble, and and the guy blocked and goes. Nice trick play. Should have fallen for it, but no, we had not seen it. But they'd run bubble goes before, just not out of that formation.
Coach, thank you very much.